Welcome back to Opinionated Sports with Chris. I'm Chris, and here we go. We got a good debate for you guys right now. For the last few days, I've been over on the Sports Me app. If you haven't checked that out yet, go get it from the Apple Store, soon to be on Android. You can get on there, and there's some great sports debates on there. You can find me, Chris, from Opinionated Sports. I'm on there live debating every day. But I've been in a great debate the last couple of days about Klay Thompson. One, is he a Hall of Famer? And two, is he better than Ray Allen and Reggie Miller? Klay Thompson apologists seem to think that he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame because his numbers are similar to those of Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, and that they claim he's a better defender. I don't believe that either of those are the case, and I'm going to tell you why today on Opinionated Sports. So listen, at any point, guys, hit me up on my text line at 315-355-3699. Text me in about today's debate or anything you want to hear about going forward. But we're going to get right into this now. We're going to start with point number one, which is Klay Thompson's an elite defender. Wrong. Dead wrong. Klay Thompson is barely in the top 15 defenders in the league right now, and I'm not even counting big men. I'm just counting guards and forwards. So let's go through it. And this is just off the top of my head. I didn't even go team by team to see what defenders are out there. These are guys off the top of my head that I wrote down. Andre Roberson, Tony Allen, Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, Avery Bradley, Marcus Smart, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Mike Conley, John Wall, Andre Iguodala, Patrick Beverley. That right there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 right there at the top of my head that are better on-ball defenders than Klay Thompson. I didn't even include Kevin Durant because I think their defensive capabilities are kind of equal, but Durant has an advantage because he's 6'11". He blocks shots that other guys won't block. So right now with this list, at best I have him 13th. Barely squeaking into the top 15. So stop using the Klay Thompson as an elite defender to make an argument to put him in the Hall of Fame. He's never been first team NBA all defense. He's had some, others receiving votes category, but never been first team all NBA defense. So let's go to point number two. That dismisses the whole defensive thing. Point number two is longevity. Klay Thompson's been in the league 7 years. This is the end of his 7th season. He hasn't been doing this long enough to consider him a Hall of Famer. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Reggie Miller played 13 years. Ray Allen played 18 years. And Reggie Miller played 13 in a league that was rough. Real rough. So his body deteriorated faster. If he got to play right now, he could have put 18 years in on his body in the way this league is set up now. Not even a little bit. Klay Thompson's not there yet to the point where you can even keep him in the Hall of Fame conversation. But let's talk numbers, because a lot of people like to talk numbers. Their career numbers at this point are really, really close, which brings me to my third point. Right now, Klay Thompson's career averages 19 points per game, 46% from the field, 42% from three. Career free throw percentage of 85. Ray Allen, 19 points per game, 45% from the field, 40% from three. Basically the same numbers across the board. Career free throw percentage, 89%. Reggie Miller, 18 points per game, 1 point less. We're not going to even talk about that. 47% from the field, so he was a little bit better shooter. 40% from three. Basically the same across the board for all three of them. So on the surface, it looks like Klay Thompson is as good, right? Wrong. Klay Thompson is in the heart of his prime right now. He's on year 7 in the league, and he's working. His numbers are prime basketball numbers. He hasn't gotten to his last 3 seasons yet where his numbers will drop and all of his averages will drop, and he'll be significantly lower than both of these players. My last point on this, and this is what really skews the numbers, is that Klay Thompson's never been the number 1 scoring option on a team. He came into a Golden State Warriors team that had Steph Curry and David Lee. David Lee was a stud. Offensively, this dude could do it all. So he came in as the number 3 scoring option for the first 3 years. He's only been in the league 7. The first 3 years, he had Steph Curry and David Lee. The last 2 years, he had Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. So only 2 years of his career was he even the number 2 option. Reggie Miller came into the league on a team that had Detlef Schrempf on it, who was a superstar, and took over, was the number 1 scoring option from year 1. As a rookie, he averaged more points per game than Detlef Schrempf. He was the number 1 option, and that continued for 10 years as the number 1 scoring option, as always drawing the opposite team's best defender in a time when defense had a premium placed on it. It's not the same as it is now. Teams played D back then. And the three-pointer wasn't as big a part of the game then as it is now. If it was, Reggie might have shot more threes. But his mid-range game was second to none. Ray Allen came into the league on a team that had Glenn Robinson. So Ray Allen came in. Ray Allen also was not the number 1 option when he came into the league. For 6.5 years, he was 1A and 1B with Glenn Robinson. With Glenn Robinson being 1A, Ray Allen being 1B. They averaged between 1 and 2 points per game apart for the first 6.5 years. Then he goes to Seattle. At which point, for 4.5, 5 years, Ray Allen is the guy. Yes, he has Gary Payton, who was the number 2 scoring option as the point guard on that team. But Ray Allen was the dude out there. He was the number 1 option. So he played for 4.5, 5 years as that guy. Then he goes to Boston. And in Boston, he's back to being number 2 again. Behind Paul Pierce, who he didn't necessarily have to be behind, but he deferred to Paul Pierce. It was Paul Pierce's team. Paul Pierce was the leader. So Ray Allen deferred to him. Kevin Garnett was the 3rd scoring option on that team. But even then, he was the number 2 option for, what was he there, 5 years, 6 years? Let's see, I have it written down. 6 years in Boston. He was the number 2 option. Then he goes to Miami, and this is what the Klay Thompson apologists know, is the Ray Allen from Miami. The guy that was the 6th or 7th guy off the bench, the 3-and-D guy, who didn't have the young legs anymore. He was on year 17 and 18 in the league. He played 18 years, complete. Klay Thompson has 6 complete seasons. Ray Allen played 3 times as many seasons. The longevity and excellence that he had for that long puts him eons above Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson right now needs to get out of the shadow of Steph Curry and Kevin Durant if he wants to be considered a Hall of Famer. If he just wants to win rings, win rings. Do you? I'm not mad at you, Klay. I think Klay's a great player. I'm not taking anything from Klay as a great player. He's not elite, and he's not a Hall of Famer. So that's what I got for you guys. Like and share this video. Get this out there. Let people know about this debate. See what other people think. Bring it up among your friends. Come back with some comments. Shoot me some texts. 315-355-3699. Let me know what you guys want to hear about coming up. Let me know about this one. Go check out the Sports Me app. Go check me out at opinionatedsports.com. Also at everybodylovesports.com, and soon to be coming to worldofsports.com. And go check me out. I'm going to be doing guest appearances on Trash Talk Radio. Guys, we got a lot of great things coming up. Hope to hear from you guys soon.